Sup everyone, and welcome back to a late episode of the Garage of Curiosities. You're probably wondering where I've been. And yeah, I don't know, a few things kind of came up. My buddy's truck was here for 3 weeks on the lift. I'll explain what we did in a moment. But that took up a whole bunch of time. And then also, we had a little adventure here with the 27-ton log splitter. You see, this is why it's important to watch your hands and fingers. One of us did not do that and paid a little bit of a price for it. A little ER trip later, and I did not lose any digits. That kind of sucked, though. That was not fun. So it's been not motivating to shoot videos and do auto work because for a long time I couldn't really grip my hand. Basically what happened, I was splitting some wood and my hand was right here adjusting the log. I got distracted by them and then instinctively crushed my finger on my dominant hand too, so it makes things always a little bit harder. So that was not very fun. So I don't know, that was, it's November now. This video probably won't take too long to publish. So it's November now, that happened in September. So, and then of course, I've said it before, I'm in school too, so. But, you know, I'm feeling better. Should make a full recovery, which will be good. And then my buddy's truck was here. So he's got a 2013 Silverado. So we did everything on the fronts. Let me grab a flashlight here. Hold on. So we did, let's see, what did he have? New ball joints on the uppers, ball joints on the lower, one CV axle, inner and outer tie rods, sway bar end links. No sway bar bushings though. Front and rear brakes, new shocks. Ended up needing to do a new diff. Well, new used diff. And then diff seal on the passenger. Mine's actually leaking there too. That'd be cool. And then rear shocks, 2 new O2 sensors, and wipers, and I don't know, a couple of miscellaneous things too. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but that took a while. There was plenty of parts, a little bit of scope creep, plenty of parts to order and reorder. So, oh yeah, we did a whole bunch of fluid changes too. So, yeah. But hey, on today's episode though, we are working on the $500 truck. So what we got going on today is my e-brake snapped. So that needs to get replaced, and we already ordered the wrong part. So this might be a two-parter. I ordered, when this broke, I didn't look at it very hard. I thought that was the front, because your e-brake for your truck is broken out into 3 different pieces, at least 3. There's your front that goes over here, your intermediate that goes from here to there, and then that's where it gets broken out between the 2 tires. So we can look at this right here, and we see 2 little pins there. And so that one, each one goes to 1 tire. So I thought it was the front that broke, so I bought a new front. Turns out I need the intermediate, and I didn't order the intermediate because they are different lengths, and my buddy was borrowing my truck for 3 weeks. So I didn't have a chance to measure it. So we might remove this today, and it might be a future episode. Maybe we'll run the front one. Only because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get one for tomorrow. It's Saturday, so if I don't order it soon, it won't be available tomorrow. But yeah, and then we got a blown CV axle boot, which I can't really find the hole, but that's axle grease. So she is gross, is what she is. I don't think we're going to do that yet. That might fall into the spring parts list. And then, ooh, the fun one though, we got rear brakes need to get done. So, not a lot of meat on that anymore. And then, but hey, you know, our rear one, we're actually getting some amazing clamping force on the rear. Yeah. So we got a few things going on today. I've been undercoating too. So I like the fluid film. I didn't film that. I still got a little bit left. I didn't film the fluid film, but I really like it. My buddy prefers Pour 15, which I don't think is bad, but I like fluid film more. It's just quicker to put on. I don't like anything on the underbody like a paint because, you know, if living up here in the north, you know, it can trap salt and water. And I mean, he spent 10 plus hours painting his frame of his truck when he was over here too. And some of the stuff was flaking off. Some of it was old. It wasn't holding on. So fluid film, yes, you got to reapply it. But I mean, you know, if you have a lift at least or a way to really raise the vehicle up, it gets really easy to do. So, but I think I'm going to do that because I just need to finish. I need to touch up the rear a bit, and then I'm just working through the front now. And I'll bring you back when we're probably putzing with this stupid thing, or maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll do the brakes first. Yeah, maybe I'll make the e-brake a different video. The front e-brake has to go. The cable has to like go into the cab. So apparently you got to tear half the cab apart. So I'm thinking while I have the truck up in the air, I'll just do the rear brakes first, and then I'll worry about this one later. Because yeah, she don't look the greatest. Because like I don't really know how that's gonna come out. I mean, this thing, you know, I'm replacing it, so I could just torch it. You know, who cares? I could cut it off and put it in the vise and just heat it up. So we also have a lathe. I think that's new. I don't remember if that was in my last video that I uploaded or not. My buddy bought a lathe a long time ago and moved. It was stored at his work. He moved. Didn't really want it in his new house. And then he ended up getting a new job. And then his old job was pretty much like, hey, man, like, I mean, gosh, he was there for like over a year. And he's had his new job since January. So they kind of they're finally sick of looking at it, told him to move it. And he wanted to know if I wanted it or, you know, if he was just going to scrap it. So I said, sure, bring it on by, but probably won't do anything with it this year. It's 3-phase, so we need to get a new motor for it. He has a plug for a motor, and then I'm going to run the wiring for it. And I've never used a lathe before, but you know, it's a 15-inch by 48-inch, so should be able to do brakes on it, make new parts. I don't know. It probably won't get used too often, but he bought it from a guy who bought it from somewhere else. The dude he bought it from didn't have it working because he also didn't have 3-phase, but, you know, claimed that it worked. And these things are tanks. I mean, there's not a lot to them. So a little bit of slop here and there, but, you know, a little bit of work that needs to be kind of touched up. So I think one of these, I think this one, a little bit of play. That one's, I don't know anything about lathes. I don't know what would be acceptable slop. What wouldn't be, you know, I know there's like ways to measure and adjust it, but never used one before. I've watched YouTubers that use them. So, all right, so I'm going to finish undercoating and then I'm going to lower the vehicle back down a little bit and then I will bring you along for the rear brakes. Should be interesting to say the least. So I will catch you in a few. All right. Hey, we're back. I don't know. I had some, we're on the other side now. I had some thinking to do. Editing might also be weird. I don't know. I want to showcase kind of the whole process. One side is basically similar to the other. However, This is what all the clickbaits are going to be. So maybe I'll just showcase this side. But hey, so we're replacing a 2004 Chevy Silverado drum or disc, whatever you want to call it. And I've had some thinking. Oh, hello, Gus. I know you probably can't see my dog in view, but that's okay. We got one. Oh, no, maybe you can. Oh, look at Gus. Oh, we got our German Shepherd mix, Peanut. His name's Gus, but we call him Peanut. He's such a good boy. We got two other dogs fucking around over there. Yeah. So hello. Oh no, don't watch the camera. Oh my gosh, there are so many of you. They're trapped in here with me. It's now presumably later than the last part. Hey, stop licking the undercoat. No. Fucking Christ. So here we are. So what we need to do, I was doing some thinking, and again, based on how the editing is, I may have shown clips of the other side, which is easier. Attempting to clickbait this back side, which is going to be terrible. Or, I'm just filming this side. I don't remember. I mean, the other side's actually pretty easy. This side is fucking spanked. So, I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but like, this fucking router, or this caliper, I'm sorry, and rotor is fucking blowing. So, we're going to try and bust the fucking caliper off. If I can even oh yeah, oh this one's the fucking wonky, isn't it? Yeah, this one's a little wonky. This thing, I have no reason to think this thing is like that stuck, but 1 second, let me get a different tool. Hey, stop eating the cat litter, you fucking dog, you're going back to the shelter. Just kidding. If you went back to the shelter, I would probably be disowned also. All right, so we are loosening. So the story of this truck is my buddy, his dad bought it. Oh yeah, see that popped out. I think the other side of the whole bracket's fucking missing. My buddy's dad bought it several years ago now. I don't remember. I've owned it for like two. Was it 2? Yeah, it's been about 2 years. I've owned it for about 2 years, and but I didn't drive it right away. So basically, the story went: he bought it. My buddy's dad bought it, and this is a 13. This should crack loose. He bought it from someone for like a really good price because it needed some work. We're just rounding that. I think we're just rounding. No, we cracked it loose. It needed some work, but then he didn't need it anymore. And so then it sat in his driveway for a while. And then kind of stumbled over to me, and I've always kind of wanted a truck. I never had one, I never really needed a truck, but he eventually was like, well, hey man, do you my dad's trying to get rid of this. He truly is selling it at a get rid of it price. It was at the time $1,000. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let me think about it. Because the truck's nice. My wife drives a Jeep with the Hemi, and so she always hates me towing shit with her vehicle, and she hates it. No, the shit's fucking hooked up to the hitch, and your car always gets dirty when you drive it, and blah blah blah, whatever. So he was getting rid of the truck, and he's like, well, I think, what did he say? He said it needed tires. It was $1,000 that needed tires. And it was they don't hold air, and it's he kind of bought it knowing it needed tires. Hey, stop licking the undercoating. Fucking dogs. How good are they? Just kidding, I love dogs. And like a week later, and like I'm not saying this to brag or anything. I just I when I spend any money, I kind of ho and hum. It's never a yes, I will buy it right now. And I've missed out on some good deals, and I've also done the yes, I'm buying it right now and gotten really good deals. So like it's just my personality. I'm not taking anyone for a ride or anything. I just I was thinking about it. I'm like, I don't really know. Let me think about it. And then because I kind of knew that his dad wasn't gonna be like shopping around, like trying to sell it, immediately. And so I kind of just knew too. I had some time to think about it. Whatever. And so then a week later, just a week or so later, you text me. He's like, "Hey, well, shit, man, it's down to like $500 now." He's like, "Yeah, he went up to start it, and none of the brakes worked. The brakes blew." And then immediately, I was like, "Fuck yeah, okay, I'll come take it fucking right now." So he's like, "Okay, well, sweet." So then my other buddy has AAA, because I don't have AAA. Because, we can't drive it. He was 20 minutes away or something. My other buddy had AAA and got the free tow. He just told AAA, he's like, "Well, I bought this car." He's like, "I just bought this car, something I needed towed to not my house." And I guess it was all right up until the AAA dude was merely training in a new guy. So and he's done this shit before, and he's like, normally it's not a big deal. But then he's like, yeah, the dude's asking me for my ID and my policy number and where we're going and what the issue is. And he's like, that's kind of weird. But he got the AAA guy to drop it off at my house, which was a total fucking solid. And then then we drove back to my buddy's dad's house, and then I paid him. And because we're all in the same circle of friends, so it wasn't a big deal. Why did that all of a sudden? Oh, I'm fucking loosening it or tightening. I'm like, why did it all of a sudden get really tight? But we're all in the same circle of friends, so his dad knew me. My buddy's mom was actually in one of my elementary school classes, a parent teacher or something. So they knew everyone, but it was so then we drove back over there to get the title and then kind of bullshit for a little bit. And then I kind of got a little history on it. I think it was my buddy's dad bought it from a former coworker, because he wanted something kind of just like a beater. And then sold it to him. He never really drove it, because then he ended up getting fired or laid off from his job, which is honestly pretty unfortunate. And and then I got it. So then I had to put right away, when I had time, I put all new brakes on, brake lines, which Dorman made a kit, which is very convenient. And then I had to bleed them, which, I don't know, one day maybe I'll post a video compilation, maybe some narration of how my shed fell down. I had a Quonset hut, and the whole fucking building fell down, and the lift caught part of the fucking building. And I think that's why the lift is a little hokey. I never adjusted it after that happened. I don't know. We have the caliper off. Let's just take the caliper off. 1 second. Hold on. Let me get a pry bar. So the lift caught part of the building as it came down, and originally the plan was to move the lift. The plan was to move the lift and that was going to happen this spring and it didn't. So I think the lift is showing, it's being a little grumpy about it. So I'm not too worried about it, but it definitely, like in this later part of the year, it's definitely sounding a little pissed off. So I need to do something about it. Side note, here's the big reveal. Are we ready? You're all in shot. So this guy is fucking spanked. Yeah, man. Look at that money shot right there. Look. Hey, stop licking the undercoating, you fucking dogs. You're going back to the shelter. Look at that money shot right there. Let me, yeah, can you see that? Let me get my flashlight. Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that carnage. Yeah, dude, that is bad. Yeah. That thing is fucking spanked. I know, hello Gus. Yeah, this is my oldest dog, a little Peanut. He's what are you, German Shepherd, a little bit of Husky, some other random mix. He's blown his coat pretty bad too. He needs a brush. He don't like getting brushed. I mean, he doesn't hate it. He just doesn't like it. Yeah, I know. You're such a good boy. Yeah. The other dogs here are behind the camera picking a fight because they can't be outside. Hey, stop. Hey, I'm filming. I'm making a living here. Oh my gosh. Hello, shop dog Cosmo. Yeah, he's blowing his coat too. What do you want? You're in the way, dog. I don't see you with thumbs turning wrenches. Get out of here. Get out of here. Move. Move. Thank you. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I think we're a little spanked on that caliper. So, all right. Well, let's get the rotor off. Let's see what surprises the rotor fucking has, right? Of course, that thing's gonna be a fucking nightmare. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, can we just? Oh gosh, I think we might be. Oh, don't tell me we're like stripping this bolt out. I'm trying to get the bracket off. Oh, it did move. It did move. Okay. Well, so we were dragging some brakes. Well, we probably were dragging brakes. I think the pad wear is a little uneven. And I was thinking about it earlier again. It depends on how the editing works because I kind of want to show this caliper more because I think it's just more interesting. The other side's pretty boring, but the original thought was I bought a rebuild kit for it, but now I'm thinking I'm gonna go to the junkyard tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the old, you pick it, you pull it, whatever. I'm gonna get a used one. It's 20 bucks. My rebuild kit for just the dust boot and the square cut seal was 20 bucks. And that's not including the piston. And I still got to disconnect all the brake lines anyway, or at least the one. So I think we're going to do that. And I need to go there anyway. I need a couple things for my wife's Jeep. So it kind of makes sense to go. I'm going to hit you. But I think that's going to be planned. I think I'm just going to pick up a used one. So I'm going to disconnect this now, this caliper. Whoops. And bring it in as basically a core. They charge $5 for a core, but I'll get more money back there than, you know, recycling it. So yeah. So all right, this is our brake pad. So we have currently here's the bracket, right? Here's the one pad. There is no other pad. This is it. We've literally spanked. Oh, this might be the other pad. Here's the other pad. Hold on 1 second. One moment, please. Hold on. So, you know, if you are an amateur, like I am, I'm a weekend warrior, I'm an amateur. I like to buy new tools. These are actually valuable. So if you ever think you're even getting taken for a ride from the auto shop, these are little, basically depth indicators or thickness indicators that help determine your brake pad life, right? So green is obviously good, yellow is you're starting to get there, red is replace, right? So let's measure my brake pads on this rear. Let's measure my pads on this rear one. So the other thing that this helps show is if you're wearing unevenly. So for example, here's one of the pads. This is the outside pad, right? So the way that this works is you know, I mean, it's kind of hard to do with the camera. Maybe if I kind of sit behind the camera, right? So, I mean, all you do, you know, right? So we're sitting at, gosh, we are sitting at, you know, what is that? This one has the sides on it. So we're sitting at like a solid, you know, what is that? Is that oh, that's a 9 mil. That looks like 9 mil to me. You could maybe argue 6 mil. So it's probably about 8, right? I mean, you know, depending on where you want to check it. Let's check the other one. Let's check the inside pad. So this is the inside pad right here. And I actually don't even know where it came from because it wasn't sitting on the rotor. Or it was somewhere. So let's check the thickness on this one. So, I don't know, like, do we think, I think we got, I mean, gosh, that, like, I think we got a lot of pad life left. Maybe not quite 6 mil. Maybe closer to, well, I think we got 5 mil left on this pad. I think we just put some pads back. I think we just put these back, really. And call it a day. I think we just we slapped the new rotor on and we put these back and then we call it. I mean, look at that. We got a solid, we got 5 mil left on that brake life. So sweet. These are handy though. They're very cheap. If you ever think a shop is fucking with you, these are worth their weight. So, I mean, you could use a tape measure. These are just very easy to read. Now, some cars, you still have to take out the wheel and maybe take out part of the caliper to really get a bead on the pads themselves. However, again, if a shop's telling you need new brakes, ask them what they're reading and you can check it yourself. It's not a mystery. It's very easy to do. All right. Again, multiple cuts, so this is what I deal with all the time. Just harassing. What do you want? What do you want? Hey, get down. You're not my shop dog. So anywho, let's pound the rotor off. Let's see how the rotor looks. Let me grab a hammer. All right, so this rotor over here is very spent. Side note, what the fuck is with that? Oh God, it's all the way down there. Rotor is very spent. We can see some uneven wearing consistency. Now, rotors usually have somewhere on them a stamp on the minimum thickness. Now, I don't really know where it might be. We could probably get these turned. I'm a little concerned with where I hit it with a hammer and we seemingly chipped out part of the rotor, but I'm assuming that O'Reilly's can fix that. So we'll probably ask them to, I don't know, weld that together. Yeah, I don't know. These things are shit. So if you do, I don't know if you're following this video for memes and laughs and gaffs, or if you are trying to DIY. If you are trying to DIY, the honest response is your local auto parts store can usually turn rotors. If you are attempting to brake slap or pad slap them, those have a minimum thickness, so they will usually be stamped somewhere. You can look them up online too and see what the minimum thickness of basically the entirety of the rotor is, like the working surface. I don't know what you want to call it. This one is 18.5. When I measured it, it was down to about 16. So awkward wearing aside, that's no good, right? You would never, even if they wore evenly, you would not be able to get those turned. So, I don't know your price point, your creed, your financial situation, your time situation. I usually recommend, if you're just replacing pads, you're already 3/4 of the way there, you may as well do rotors too, unless they do look new and when they were replaced. If you can say I replaced the rotors 2 years ago, that's one thing. If you say I bought this car, the owner said they were new, I would probably just replace them, especially if they look like ass.